Agent Power Huddle is a daily jumpstart, giving you all the tools you need to create an amazing real estate career. Led by top experts in the field, you'll learn how to sell more houses in less time while creating the life you want. Welcome to the Agent Power Huddle.
Hi, everybody. How are you doing? I think we're going to have a lot of people join us today. I just invited everybody for my challenge over here. So I have a feeling it's going to be a packed one. We had 200 people on that call. Yep, I'm admitting everybody as we talk. How are you doing, everyone? How's it going today? Are we excited? So it still shows, let me change the view here where I can put you guys. So how is everyone? How are we doing? Oh, yep, we have a lot of people coming in. How are we doing? I want to hear some. Yes, we're doing great. Yay. Okay, good. Awesome. John Williams, thank you so much today for helping. I appreciate that. I know you're helping today, so thank you. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about attraction-based business, but what I would like to do, and just so you guys know, this is going to be my last time that I'm teaching on Wednesdays. I'm just going to do it about once a month now. I'm starting to get worn out. I'm so full. So I'm just going to do a guest appearance like once a month now on this call. What I'd like to do is to leave this open right now for Q&A, because I want to be able to support you and just make sure I'm answering the right questions and giving you exactly what you need. So what I thought we would do today is just completely do a Q&A call, and you can just literally ask me anything at all that you'd like to ask me. And I'm here to serve you. So what do you need help with? How can I support you? Erin Charles.
Hi. I have Facebook. I've had all my social media for a long time, but I have separated myself from it because I hadn't been in the business since 2018. So what is the best way to just jump back and show myself in front of all of these people that haven't seen me in years? I don't want to beg them or talk about real estate, and they haven't seen me.
So I can't see you. Is your camera showing?
I just turn it on.
Okay, good. Yeah, because we only have answer people that have their camera on, Erin. Okay, so here's the deal. That's in your head, right? It's just a matter of you getting out and starting. And you don't need to just ask for business. Remember, serve, don't sell. So think about that slimy, I know this sounds bad, but think about that person that's in that like multi-level marketing, and every time they call you, they're like talking to you about buying their stuff, right? Oh, you need to buy the stuff, and you're just like, you see their phone and you're like, oh my god, no. And you don't ever want to answer the phone, right? We don't want to be that way. But the more we can add value, the more that we produce engaging content, right? So for example, you read an amazing book, Erin, go talk about it. I would go today and be like, hey, I just took this challenge, it was awesome, it talked all about video and just how video can really help you connect with your community. So I'm going to start doing more videos lately. Are there certain things you like me to do videos on? Go to the restaurant and show the wonderful meal that you're making. Go, just start to talk about your community, talk about what's happening, do local market updates, interview local professionals, right? Tomorrow, we're going to go over all the different types of content that you can create and give you ideas of what you should be saying, okay, in tomorrow's lesson. Okay. So just don't worry about that. You just start showing up. No one's even they're going to like seeing you. Okay. They're going to love you. Nice. Okay. You're back. Now I'll answer your question.
Yeah. Now I get my question answered. Beautiful. Earlier that you were talking about doing a Facebook Live or doing the ads, really, right? The ads versus doing Facebook Live. But then when you said, okay, you do the ads versus doing live, do you have that pushed to your business page or your personal page?
You know what? I have it pushed out to thousands of people in my community, hundreds of thousands.
No, like where do they come? Like where do they come view it at? Oh, is it on your personal page or your? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm on another Zoom call.
His life, and I just think
are they coming? Do you push them to your business? Like, do they come visit your business page or your personal page?
I don't push them to my business page or my personal page. I'm creating specific calls to action. So I'm creating content, right? So for example, I might be focusing on sellers. I want seller leads. So I'll be creating seller content, and then I'm funneling people down. And the last call to action is going to be to send them to a landing page or to a funnel. That's for what's my homework. Hey, would you like a market analysis?
Okay.
So it's like, I always start creating content and I always have the end in mind. Number one, what is my goal? Who am I trying to target? And what is the end result? Where do I want to take them? Okay. Because remember, there are certain times where you want to create content that's to the masses, right? So sometimes I'm creating content just to position myself as the authority, just for know, like, and trust, just for nurturing. But there's other times, quite often, where I'm creating specific content. Like, I want to target sellers right now. So for the past 4 months, every single piece of content, like I just had somebody call me yesterday talking about, I can get buyers. I'm like, heck no, I don't want buyers. So the last thing I want is buyers, right? I do not want buyers. No. I want to create sellers. No, thank you. I hung up, right? In a nice way. But I create content around selling, talking about, what are the problems that sellers have right now? Sellers right now are afraid that if they sell, they're not going to be able to find a replacement property. It's a real concern for them, right? So I talk about solutions to selling and how we can help them find a replacement property. Okay. Or I'm doing a ton of market updates. Like what are we predicting is going to happen right now in the future? But on top of that, I'm creating ads about like the best tacos for Taco Tuesday, and a great book that I read, and how to have a great mindset. So it's kind of like doing it all. But I think the biggest part that you're missing, Nias, is that when you create a video or content and you put it on your personal page or your business page, I don't care where it goes, if you're not putting an ad spend behind it and a budget behind it, no one is seeing it, because Facebook wants you to pay for people to pay attention. You've got to pay to play, right? So when you create, and do not boosting is a waste of your money. The whole reason why you create ads is because you want to target people and retarget people, right? You want to, that's why it works so well. Okay.
What's your ad spend? What do you start out ad spending behind these?
So Can I Love You? You already know the answer to this. You're in my program. So I typically most of my students start out with around $500 a month. Okay. The typical student starts around $500 a month. I spend around $3,000 a month on Facebook. Okay. Because anytime I have a listing, I do at least $200 in ad spend behind that listing, because I want to promote the listing. And I also want to promote myself. Right. Anytime I do a market update or any kind of video, I do at least $200. But you don't have to start there. You can do a $20, $20 a week per video. You can do 50, but the more I like to do, I know that money likes speed. I want to show up in front of more people. So I choose to spend more, and I have the budget. Okay. Anastasia, and then Sheila.
Hi, Krista. I have kind of a specific technical question. When I create an ad and I want to run in front of a specific audience that actually a Russian group, like people that speak Russian community, how do I get around it in Facebook without breaking ethical rules and things like that? Is there a possibility to do that? There's
ways for you. So if you were able to get a list of, so like you can probably get a list from like Property Radar or Cole Realty Resource. If there's a way that you can get a list or the email addresses of these type of people, you can upload that list into Facebook. And then what will happen is Facebook will start to see who's interacting and who's engaging. And if you ask them to create a special ad audience, then they will be able to help you find people based upon people that are interacting. Because Facebook knows who that is. Another way to do it is to do your ads in Russia, right? So do your ads in Russian. And so the only people that are going to be interacting and looking are the ones that speak Russian, right? And then so Facebook will start to learn it for you. Also, think about the interest, like identifying specific interests that people that are Russian would be interested in. So that will help Facebook also find those people.
What about groups that are out of state and they're moving to my state? Like, is there a way to target certain groups that are out of state?
You can put that as long as it's an interest in Facebook. Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. And the second question is, how often do you
let me come back to you, Anastasia. Okay, just because I have other hands, I want to make sure I get to everybody. Okay, I'll come back to you. Okay.
Thank you.
I don't mean to read it. I just want to make sure I get to everybody.
Would you like to have 2 days of live coaching directly from me, where we're actually going to go over one strategy that in 2020 brought in 48 seller transactions. Well, you want to go to KristaMashore.com/2dayslive. That's KristaMashore.com/2dayslive. Our next live is actually February 22nd and 23rd. It's only $97 and you get coached directly from me all day long for 2 days straight. So if you're wanting more sellers and you're wanting to learn to utilize video and social media in your business, then show up to our next 2 days live. Go to KristaMashore.com/2dayslive and I will see you there.
Okay, Sheila. Can you unmute yourself, hun?
Sorry.
Sheila.
Okay.
It's okay.
So I have two questions, but they go together. Do you do the Facebook Live and then you put it into the ad manager? And the second part is when you retarget, how long between the videos? So like if somebody watches one video and then you want to retarget them, what's your time frame?
So, that's a really good question. So first of all, if you do a Facebook Live and it gets a lot of interest and action, then you could create an ad around that. Okay. But anytime that you, and I don't like to go over such technical questions because a lot of people, it's just too technical. I like to talk more strategy. It's just too difficult because there's so much behind all this. Like asking me the question of how long, it depends again upon what I'm trying to do, like where am I taking people? You know what I'm saying? It's like I can't really just give that overall answer because it changes depending on the circumstance, if that makes sense. But let's just say that I am targeting sellers and my goal is to get sellers to raise their hand and ask for a market analysis. Okay. And I can see that a seller is watching a video on selling, like 3 tips when selling to maximize, what was it? Like three tips when selling during a competitive market when you're afraid of not being able to find the home of choice or whatever it might be. And my goal is to get them to raise their hand and say they want a market analysis from me. Okay. I'm just going to put like one video right after the other kind of a thing. I'm going to create the ads and then I can see who's interacting the next day. I'm going to go back. I'm going to retarget to them as well. Right. So it's just a matter of, and I'm telling Facebook how often I want them to see. Be careful. You don't want to, like, for example, if I have 8 videos that are out there and I'm targeting my entire city, right? I don't want to show up in people's feeds 50 times a day because they're going to delete me. They don't want to see me too much. So you have to make sure that you're saying, okay, Facebook, just show up every 3 days or whatever it might be so that you don't get ad fatigue. Okay. You don't want to be like that annoying person that, no one wants to see because you're always in everybody's face. Did that kind of help you?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, good. Erin.
I hear a lot about BombBomb. What is BombBomb and would it be a good asset to what I'm trying to do?
Yeah. So BombBomb, I use BombBomb. In fact, if you guys call BombBomb, just say my name because they'll give you like $25 and they'll give me $25, like a gift card or something like that. So BombBomb is great, but you don't really necessarily need it for the strategy I'm showing you. All you need is just a cell phone, right? You just need a cell phone, create a video. The nice thing about BombBomb is you can track how many, you can put it into your CRM. You can track who's opening it. You can see how many times they're opening it. You can actually see if they're even watching your stuff or not. That's what's nice about BombBomb. Okay. But it's not necessary. So if you're on a budget, I would just say start with just your phone, right? Okay. Just your phone. I wouldn't try to overcomplicate things. I would just get in that habit of being as consistent as possible so that you just keep on taking action.
Okay, thank you. You're
welcome. Ken. And then CK.
Yeah, you already answered my questions. You know me, I just jump in.
No problem. Okay, CK.
Hey, so my question is, okay, I was doing real estate, then COVID, it just sort of kind of fell off. What would be the best advice you'd give somebody trying to get back into it with gain confidence back into the flow of things, basically?
Okay, that's a good question. So how do we gain confidence? And that's something I think that all of us struggle with, right? We all struggle with confidence. We're afraid of what people are going to think about us. What are they going to say? Are we going to say the wrong thing? Are we going to sound stupid? All those things. That's totally normal. What do I even talk about? All right. What I would say, CK, is start to kind of like be a reporter of the town. Like what's happening in the town, like act as though you are a brand new person to the area and you are like learning all about the area, right? And just start becoming a reporter. Report like what are the best, restaurants in town? What are the best dog parks in town? What are the best places to go on a jogging? What are the best parks for kids? What are there things to do when you're on a date? Right? And then talk about different communities. Hey, this community over here is great if you've got, a lot of kids because there's schools nearby. This community is really great if you're 55 or over because it's for 55 and over, right? Just start talk about different price points. Here, this is a great neighborhood if you're thinking about homes that are under 400,000. This is a great community for homes that are over 500,000. This community's got a lot of great single story houses. Like, just start like being a reporter. Make sure that you guys are using a good mix between real estate and non-real estate. You don't want to just only do real estate. You want to make sure that people are also getting to know your personality, getting to know you on not just a business way. Okay. Try to make sure that you're mixing that up as much as you can. I personally do too much business stuff because I just do. I'm running 3 companies. It's kind of hard for me sometimes. So, but when I was just doing real estate, like I would do, like for every one video that I did about real estate, I would do one video that wasn't real estate. And I also put ad spend behind ones that aren't just real estate, right? Like I would do a cooking video and I'd put an ad spend behind it. Cooking recipe videos are the #1 most watched videos on Facebook, is cooking recipes, believe it or not. Right. So for those of you that are great barbecuers, start like show it off, right? Let people get to know you. Okay. Don't always say, I'm in real estate, give me a call. Sometimes, like if you're creating enough content and they're seeing your content over and over again, people know that you're in real estate. Okay. We don't just want to do real estate.
Would you like to have 2 days of live coaching directly from me, where we're actually going to go over one strategy that in 2020 brought in 48 seller transactions? Well, you want to go to KristaMashore.com/2dayslive. That's KristaMashore.com/2dayslive. Our next live is actually February 22nd and 23rd. It's only $97 and you get coached directly from me all day long for 2 days straight. So if you're wanting more sellers and you're wanting to learn to utilize video and social media in your business, then show up to our next 2 days live. Go to KristaMashore.com/2dayslive and I will see you there.
Okay, Ender. I think I lost him somehow. Kelly Myers.
Hi.
Hi.
I have a question for you. I am getting ready to move out of state. So my market is going to completely change. I don't know how soon I should start. The goal is to move to the new state in the summertime. How soon should I start with videos out that way, or should I just wait till I'm already there?
It's kind of hard to do videos about the state when you're not there, right? I'm not as creative as possible. You could start talking about the fact that you are moving. I mean, the only thing is if you do that, people might not want you to help them here, huh? So you got to kind of be careful. They might not want you to help him here. I don't know the answer to that. I'm so sorry, Kelly. Like that's a hard one for me. I don't want to just give you an answer.
Those questions, your favorite restaurants, favorite locations, favorite schools, favorite shopping areas. Just start putting all that out there, and you don't have to tell them you're not there.
Well, yeah, but how is she going to do that? Because she's not there, Ken.
And it's like
you just pose a question. What's your favorite restaurant? What's your favorite Denver hangout? What's your favorite Denver park?
Yeah,
best views, photo contests of the mountains around the area, or it's snowed. Show me your pets in the snow in Denver or whatever. Just target that area with that kind of imaging.
Yeah, that's good. That's great suggestions. And then once you get there, just like crush it like crazy.
Thank you.
You're welcome. But hey, any of you that are living in an area where there's a lot of traffic coming into it, you should be creating content like crazy. And make sure it's on your website. I'd have your own Facebook page about your area. So if you live in like Arizona or like Denver or Texas or Idaho, any of these areas that are just being bombarded with people moving into it, you should be creating content because people are they're online. They're going online to learn about the place where they're going to go. Like Kelly, how many times have you gone online to learn about where you're going?
Every single day.
every single day. Okay. Every single day. Did you hear that? So you need to understand that people are going every single day, right? They're going every single day. So if they see you and you're the one that's talking all about the schools and all about the different styles of homes and all about the type of homes and the price points of homes and the restaurants, and they just see your content everywhere and you're putting it on your website, you're also putting the transcription on there because your website is aligned with Google, right? That's going to give you SEO. You're going to show up in the searches. Make sure you put all of those videos on YouTube because YouTube is also aligned with Google. Google owns YouTube, okay, which means that you're going to start showing up in searches. That's how you start dominating. That's how you get on the page 1 of Google. Good. Okay, Inder, you're back. We lost you for a second. Sheila, Inder, as soon as you realize how to work it, we'll call you, but I'm going to go ahead and get to Sheila until you figure it out, okay? As soon as you figure it out, just unmute yourself and I'll be able to see.
You just mentioned something about your website and connecting it with something.
So when you put videos on your website, it automatically goes onto Google, right? Google, your website is aligned with Google. So it'll start showing up. Your content will start showing up if you do it correctly. Make sure you're utilizing keywords to your area, right? Don't call it a market update. You want to say the real estate market update for Brentwood, California, 94513, or the real estate market update for East County, Dallas metropolitan area. Be careful because when people are searching, they're putting in certain terms, like, for example, buying a home in Deer Ridge, subdivision, buying a home in Shadow Lake subdivision. Okay, so make sure that you're putting the right terms in there.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Inder, did you figure out how to unmute yourself?
Okay, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm clicking ads on Facebook, so I'm getting leads from there. But the problem is when I call those customers or send them text message or email, they don't respond back. So what should I do?
Okay, so the reason they're not responding back, so what kind of, are you just creating ads or are you creating video content and like specifically putting, so for example, the reason why most ads don't convert, everyone, is because you start with the ad. Okay, so for example, it's like download my buyer guide, go to my virtual seller open house, whatever. You're starting with that. You want to start with giving information and understanding, okay, people are learning information about selling and you're funneling them down. Then after you funnel them down, then you give them the ad. You retarget people that have funneled down about selling information about going to a virtual seller seminar or getting what's my home worth or whatever it might be. So if you're starting with that, that's why people aren't responding, right? Because you're creating ads and you're getting leads that aren't really thinking about whatever it is that you're initially trying to have them do. That's the reason why they're not converting, Inder.
Right, yeah, I'm just placing ad on the Facebook and I'm getting leads from there. So that's what I'm doing.
Yeah. So you want to start creating content. So for example, from the strategy that I just told you about, we closed more. We closed 90 listings last year, which because I'm coaching, 99% of the time. So 90 homes is really a low amount for me, but I'm doing that only about 5 hours a month working in real estate. So we closed 48 seller transactions last year from the strategy that I just told you about. We did like 88 listings, but 48 of our sold closed properties last year came from the Facebook strategy where we create content relating to selling. We funnel them down, ask if they'd like a market analysis, and then they say, yes, I would, because I know these people that I'm funneling down are interested in selling. Because if you're watching an entire video on selling and I can show you've watched 3 of them, I know you're probably thinking of selling. That's why they convert so easily. And when I call them, they want to talk to me because I've already developed a relationship with them. They've watched my content, right? They've watched 3 of my videos on selling. I'm developing trust, positioning myself as the expert, breaking down their barriers, showing that I'm the authority. Right now, they actually want to talk to me. It's no longer a cold lead. Now it's a hot lead. Understand everyone the difference of just asking somebody to download a form or fill out my lead magnet or show up to my seminar. It's totally different when you do it this way.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Inder. I'm glad you were able to figure out how to get on there. Mark Thomas. Oh, Mark is gone.
No,
Okay.
Mark's not gone. No, Mark's not gone.
Okay.
I'm here. I'm here. I'm driving though, so I had to pick up the phone. So we have to go. I have to go back to basics here, because when you want to do some sort of an ad on Facebook, I've yet to do it because there's so many ads about people that are going to tell you how to do ads on Facebook, and my level of trust with all these ads is diminished, right? So, except for you, that's why I'm on this call with you. So where do you start? Okay, I just switched brokerages. We just I just put the announcement out there on Facebook this morning. They created a new business page for me. They did it. I'm going to be sending out announcements. I want to put a QR code on there so that when the people get the postcards, I want it to go to my Facebook page, to a video. But you're talking about YouTube. Do you need a YouTube page? Do you need a YouTube channel? I mean, there's just so many things to consider to do this. And I'm kind of like paralyzed.
So, okay. So jack of all trades, master of none, right? Focus on one right now. So what I teach my students to do is just focus on Facebook initially, master Facebook, master what I teach them before they ever move on. I do teach them to video repurpose, which means I want them to still put their videos on their website, put their video onto YouTube, because I want them to get more SEO, search engine optimization, but I'm not teaching them how to run ads on YouTube. They're just running ads on Facebook. Okay. So that's what it is. But just start creating content, Mark. So the more that you start creating content and being seen and being visible and running the ads behind that content, it's just going to naturally start happening for you. Right. But the first place to start is just start creating the content. Start creating the content. If you go to my two-day event, if you go to kristamashore.com/2days live, we go over in much more detail how to, and it's in 2 weeks. It's 2 weeks from Tuesday. It's the 22nd and 23rd and 24th of March. We go into it like in a lot more detail. And I mean, you know, what I would do is start there, go to that event. That'll help you, Mark.
Okay.
Right? It'll kind of help piece it all together. But I'm just going to warn you, I'm going to gain your trust there, and I'm going to blow your mind, and you're going to want to join my program. So be prepared to pull out your checkbook at the end of it.
Okay. All right. So, but I still want to take advantage somehow of this mailing that's going to go out for my transition to my new office.
Yeah. So I'm going to do a QR code with the video, like send them to a landing page of a video. And you know, but really think about what it is that you're doing. Like, be careful not to be super salesy on that, especially in the beginning, because you want people to keep going back. Like, what I would think about is, how do I get them? What kind of value can I give them that's going to make them want to keep coming back? Right. So maybe do like a market update, and that you'll want to change every single month, but then give something fun too, right? Like, oh, maybe you're gonna give a cool giveaway or something neat, or tell like something, a cool event that's coming up, like, hey, don't forget that this month we've got X, Y, and Z happening. Be sure to put it on your calendar. Be sure to show up. It's super fun. That's something that people would want to really go to and do. And then talk about, maybe do a market update, because people do love market updates. Like, I will tell you, and also understand that you're going to get more people are going to start to go to that QR code once they're seeing you more online. Okay, so once people see you more online, they develop a relationship with you, they like your content, you're going to drive more people. When they actually get that QR code, they're going to want to actually do it. So be as creative as possible about getting them to want to click on that QR in the first place. Then once they get there, make sure it's something that really is going to like make them want to keep coming back for more. Okay, so you've got to figure out a way to, like, okay, how do I get them to, number one, even want to click on that?
Right.
Once I get in there, how do I make sure that they want to stay on that? Right? Make sense?
Yes,
okay.
Absolutely.
Okay, good.
Okay, so.
Okay, got it? Okay, perfect. Sheila.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, I'm not going yet. I'm listening still.
Sorry, I have so many questions. For one thing, I did message your staff yesterday, so you could be my coach. So video. So do you start them out as video views and then change them to lead form after the third or fourth video?
Yeah, so I start off with reach initially, then I go to video views, and then we change to conversion. Conversion ads. Mm-hmm.
And what's your budget per video?
I do $200 per video.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes I do more, like
the daily rate.
So I let my videos go for 2 weeks because I'm creating so many. So I've got a two week budget of $200, and I typically let them go around 2 weeks. But I typically have anywhere from 2 to 4 videos running at a time.
Okay, perfect. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, guys, it's 8:30, so we got to go. So don't forget, if you go to KristaMashore.com/2dayslive, I put it in the chat here, KristaMashore.com/2dayslive, you can learn about my live event that I've got coming up. It's 2 full days. It's 20 plus hours of coaching from me where we go into like super detail on that. And as far as going on this Agent Power Huddle, I'm not going to be doing it every week anymore. I'm going to be doing it probably once a month now.
No.
I'm sorry. You're so cute, Ken. It's just getting to be too much for me. I'm losing my voice literally. So I've got to try to figure out like what, the things that I can do so I'm not killing myself. But I appreciate you all. You guys have been amazing. And I will see you all very, very soon. But I'll be back. I want to support Jesse. I love Jesse. Keep showing up to this. Just so you all know, this call is every day from 8 to 8:30. There's different people that coach. It's free. We're utilizing it to help build our EXP organization. So you can keep coming back, and there will be times where I'll be here coaching. And then there's a lot of great people on it. Jesse, my business partner for EXP, he coaches every Monday, I believe. And it's a great place to come and collaborate. And again, we offer it open to the public. It's every day. So you just go to agentpowerhuddle.com. It's from 8 to 8:30 Pacific, Monday through Friday. Okay. And we got some great people on it. And I know it will help your business. All right, everyone, have a great day.
Hey there, I have a brand new podcast called Fired Up with Krista Mashore, where I bring my high energy right to your ears. This podcast is available on all your favorite podcast platforms. So do me a favor, go subscribe and leave a review. All this information is free, and I cannot wait to teach you everything I know. Thanks so much for watching my video. You can learn more about how to be a successful real estate professional by watching other videos that I have. And be sure to subscribe to my channel. And as always, make it a great home selling and buying day.